February 1959. 9 experienced hikers entered the frozen mountains of Soviet Russia. None of them came back alive. When rescuers finally found them, what they discovered would haunt investigators for over 60 years. A scene so bizarre, so inexplicable, that even today, no one can fully agree on what happened on that mountain. Their tent, slashed open from the inside. 9 experienced winter survivors fled into -40-degree cold, wearing nothing but underwear. Bodies scattered across the frozen wasteland, some with crushed chests and fractured skulls, yet not a single external wound. One victim missing her tongue and eyes. Traces of radiation on their clothing, strange glowing orbs captured in their final photographs, and a Soviet government that sealed the case for decades. This is the Dyatlov Pass Incident, Russia's most terrifying unsolved mystery, and the more you learn about it, the less sense it makes. January 23, 1959. 10 students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on a skiing expedition through the northern Urals. Their leader? 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, an experienced mountaineer with multiple successful expeditions behind him. 8 men, 2 women, all seasoned hikers, all in peak physical condition. Their mission? Reach Otorten Mountain, a grueling Grade 3 trek that would earn them Master of Sports certification in the Soviet Union. One member, Yuri Yudin, turned back early due to illness. That decision saved his life. He would be the last person to see his friends alive. The group was expected to send a telegram on February 12th. That day came and went. Silence. Finally, on February 20th, a search and rescue mission was launched. What they found on February 26th would change everything. High on the slopes of Kholat Syakhl, a name that translates to Dead Mountain in the local language, rescuers discovered the tent, partially collapsed, covered in snow, and torn open from the inside. 11 deliberate slashes cut through the canvas. Inside, everything. Boots, warm clothing, food, supplies. Whatever terror forced them out did so with such urgency that 9 winter survival experts fled into lethal cold, wearing only socks and underwear. Footprints led away from the tent. 8 or 9 sets, some barefoot, some in socks. But here's what's strange. They weren't running. The prints showed they were walking, calmly, orderly, as if in a trance. Then, 1,500 feet down the slope, the footprints just vanished. Then 1,500 feet down the slope, the footprints just vanished. Yuri Krivonyshenko and Yuri Doroshenko, frozen solid, nearly naked. Branches 15 feet above them were broken. Someone had desperately climbed this tree. A failed attempt at making fire smoldered nearby. But 4 were still missing. For 2 months, searchers found nothing. Then in May, when the snow finally melted, they discovered them in a ravine under 13 feet of snow. And this is where it stops making any sense whatsoever. Lyudmila Dubinina, massive chest trauma, ribs completely shattered, heart hemorrhaged. The medical examiner said the force required to cause this was equivalent to a high-speed car crash. Alexander Zolotarev, same injuries, crushed chest, fractured skull. Semyon Zolotaryov, catastrophic internal damage. But here's the impossible part. No external wounds, no cuts, no bruises, no signs of a fight. Lyudmila's tongue was missing. Her eyes were gone, soft facial tissue removed. But not by an animal, not by decay, just gone. Radioactive contamination was detected on their clothes. Not enough to kill them, but enough to be measured, enough to raise questions. In May 1959, the Soviet government closed the investigation, with a single, chilling statement. The hikers died from a compelling natural force they could not overcome. The area was sealed off for 3 years, the case buried, the truth hidden. But the evidence tells a different story. One of the recovered cameras contained photographs of strange glowing orbs in the night sky. Local Mansi tribespeople reported seeing bright spheres flying over the mountains the night the hikers died. Soviet military personnel 50 miles away confirmed the same sightings. Some victims' skin had turned a strange orange color. Hair had gone gray. Tests showed unusual chemical changes in their tissues. So what killed them? For over 60 years, the theories have piled up. In 2020, Russian authorities declared it solved. A rare slab avalanche, they said. A delayed snow collapse that struck the tent, causing panic. The hikers fled, became disoriented, and died of hypothermia. Swiss scientists even created simulations supporting this, but critics immediately pointed out the problems. No avalanche debris was found. The tent was still standing. The injuries don't match avalanche trauma, and experienced mountaineers would never camp in an avalanche zone. Others believe the answer lies with the Soviet military. The area was near secret weapons testing sites. A missile test gone wrong? A pressure weapon? Chemical exposure? It would explain the radiation, the lights in the sky, the catastrophic internal injuries, and the government cover-up.
They're here, I see them!
Then there's the
they're in my
infrasound
head.
theory.
We all see it.
Katabatic winds rushing down the mountain could have created low-frequency sound waves. Infrasound. Inaudible to humans, but capable of causing intense panic, dread, and irrational behavior. Imagine 9 people simultaneously gripped by unexplainable terror. They slash their way out and flee into the night, driven by a fear they can't even understand. Paradoxical undressing, a symptom of severe hypothermia where victims feel burning hot and stripped naked, explains why they were found without clothes, but it doesn't explain the crushing injuries or the radiation. Local legends speak of the Menk, a wild man of the mountains. Footprints found at the scene didn't match any of the hikers. Could they have encountered something unknown? And then there's the theory no one wants to say out loud. The glowing orbs, the radiation, the methodical retreat from the tent. Injuries that defy conventional explanation. Did they encounter something not of this world? Today, the pass has been renamed Dyatlov Pass. Every year, investigators and adventurers make the pilgrimage, searching for answers. Yuri Yudin, the man who turned back and survived, spent 54 years haunted by guilt and questions. He attended every investigation, every interview, desperate for closure. He died in 2013, never knowing the truth. In 2019, on the 60th anniversary, Russia reopened the case. They concluded, avalanche, case closed, again. But millions around the world remain unconvinced. 9 experienced hikers, 1 frozen mountain, a mystery that has defied every explanation for over 6 decades. Was it nature's cruelty? A military accident covered up by a superpower? Infrasound-induced madness? Or something far stranger? The Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of history's most chilling unsolved mysteries. A reminder that sometimes the questions are more terrifying than any answer could ever be. So what do you think? Avalanche? Military cover-up? Something we can't explain? Drop your theory in the comments below before you plan your next hike into the unknown. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button for more unsolved mysteries that will keep you up at night. And remember, some mountains keep their secrets forever.